Hello, welcome to the Michael Rains channel. I'm Michael Rains. In today's video, I'd like to share with you guys what I do before I pick a stock. These are just some things to keep in mind and techniques I use before I go stock picking. The first thing I do is I look at least 10 stocks before pulling the trigger. You know, sometimes I look at hundreds of stocks, but I'm not just gonna look at a stock and fall in love with the first stock that I see. You know, the next thing I try to do is keep eyes wide open. You know, the investment you're looking for might be a lot different than the investment that you expected going into it. You start researching things and you might stumble upon a great deal, or you might discover things in investment you were excited about that doesn't quite add up, or something doesn't sit right with you, maybe on the balance sheet, or maybe press release or negative sentiment, etc. You know, when I'm stock picking, I always remind myself before I go into my research, don't just trust the numbers and don't just trust your gut. You need a combination of both of these. You need to find the right combination of both of these to pick a good investment. That's what I've found in my history of stock picking. I'm constantly looking for something that I can feel good about that already has great and terrific numbers. So, and that's what when I'm analyzing, I can get scared out of a stock really quickly. So, you know, that's another point. And then this one's kind of important. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results, especially if it's a smaller company that's grown into a really massive company. Well, it's already experienced huge amount of growth, and keeping something up at a record pace like that becomes more and more difficult the larger you get. You know, if you bought a company that sold a widget that everybody wanted and everybody bought one, once everybody bought the widget, how is this company going to stay innovative and try to get everybody to buy two widgets or constantly keep updating their widget? You know, so it's important to remember that, you know, what holds true today might not hold true in the future. So just some things to keep in mind before, you know, it's something I do every time before I start doing some research. I just kind of mentally jog through my head and tell myself some simple truths before I start researching, because it's real easy to just fall in love with a stock and not really take the time to think it through and rush into an investment, and then you might be dealing with a recipe for trouble. Do you know the story about Levi Jeans? Well, I guess this guy, so he's on the East Coast and he's trying to get to California in the gold rush, and he wants to be a merchant and sell, you know, picks and shovels to miners. And it's real hard getting over the Rocky Mountains, and it's a treacherous path. And you can imagine, you know, with all these goods, and he's trying to get, you know, to where he's going. So instead he sails down into South America and around the peninsula by Antarctica, and then up towards California. Well, while he's on the ship, he sells out all of his stuff. And all he has left is tents. And he gets to the mining camp, and all his wares are sold out, and he's like, do you guys need tents? And they go, no, we need pants. And luckily he had his eyes wide open, and that kick-started denim and jeans, and I think plenty of us are wearing them today.